Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to GST's YQMA. My name is Ryan Miller. This is my daughter, Allie, and my son, Jameson. Today, we're on episode number 37, and we talk about my favorite protein, carb, and fat sources, and we're going to talk about the kids' favorite foods as well. Okay, so many people ask me, what are my favorite protein sources? What are my favorite carb sources? What are my favorite fat sources? Just in general, what do I like to eat on a daily basis? And what have I been eating all along in my growth and fat loss phases? So my favorite protein sources, I would have to say, what do you guys think are my favorite protein sources?
Beef turkey.
Beef and turkey?
Yeah.
What about you, James? What do you think that I like to eat for protein?
Fish.
Fish? And then you said what?
Beef turkey.
Beef turkey, okay. Beef turkey, yeah, that's a new one. So if you can get your hands on beef turkey, definitely try it. My favorite protein sources are white meat, chicken, white fish, turkey, cottage cheese, and whey protein. So you guys were both right. And those are the protein sources that I eat most often. The reasons are just because I like them, they're simple to make, and really, I don't like to eat a lot of really expensive protein sources, high-end steaks, or things like that, just because it's expensive, and for the most part, I'm eating food just to get those macros in, not really for the taste as much as a lot of other people. So what do you like for protein?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, okay. Jameson?
Turkey.
And turkey, peanut butter and turkey?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what do you like for protein? To make muscle?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes? All right, tomatoes for protein and turkey and peanut butter. Now, when it comes to carbs, carbs are a macronutrient that can have a ton of variety. And for me, variety is not a huge aspect of my daily diet, just because, as a lot of you guys know, I like to keep it simple, and simplicity really allows me to stay on track a lot easier and a lot more effectively than if I was trying to be, if I was trying to have a lot of variety in my meals. So for my carb sources on a daily basis, I generally go through bagels, I go through the carbs in my cottage cheese, some of the carbs in my whey protein. I'll do a green shake every morning with different fruits and vegetables. And right now my carb sources are quite limited just because I'm as low as 125 grams of carbs per day. But I will get oatmeal in, I'll get rice in, I'll get carbs from milk, and I'll get carbs from any random source that we have around the house if I'm just looking to spice things up. But for the most part, those are my preferred carb sources, and those are what I eat on a daily basis. And as you can tell, it's not super exciting right now, but I do like to keep things really simple. And I'm not eating food 100% for the taste, once again. Do you guys know what you like for carbs?
Apple.
Apple?
Brown sugar Pop-Tart.
Brown sugar Pop-Tart? Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that love that answer. A lot of people associate Pop-Tarts with the whole if it fits your macros and everything like that. Right now, Pop-Tarts are not fitting for me just because they're not going to work. A lot of my meals are just 20 grams of carbs right now, so obviously a Pop-Tart's not going to work. Does anything else work for you? Anything else but Pop-Tarts?
Scoop of peanut butter.
More peanut butter? Yeah, you definitely like your peanut butter. What about you? What do you like for carbs?
Apple.
Apple, and what else?
Beef.
Beef? I know you like some cereals, don't you?
Sound cereal.
What kind of cereal?
The crackling cereal.
Oh, the crackling cereal? Yeah, Rice Krispies.
Me too.
Anything else that you like to add for carbs?
Peanut butter and Pop-Tart and the cereal.
All right, so typical kids carbs for these guys, and this just goes to show that, you know, you can definitely allow your kids to eat the foods that they want as well. Even though I'm pretty strict with my meals and Jess is pretty strict with hers, we're not going to be forcing our strictness on our kids, and that's just something that I believe in. I mean, when I was growing up, I ate a lot of junk food, pizzas, ice creams. You know, I used to make a giant milkshake every day when I came home from school and watch Darkwing Duck and Tailspin. I used to do Pop-Tarts, cereals. I would pour a lot of sugar in the cereals, enough where I could actually scoop it off the bottom and eat spoonfuls of sugar with milk. So that's the way that I was brought up. Those are the foods that I ate when I was growing up, along with, you know, a daily dinner with the family that was obviously more nutritious. But the point is that it wasn't limited. So I tend to take the same approach with these guys. Now, fat sources. Fat sources are probably the macro group with the slimmest variety. Fat sources for me include peanut butter. I know you guys love that. And fats, I mean, I really go with whole eggs a lot. I'll have probably 5 or 6 whole eggs a day. Each one of those is going to give me that 5 grams of fat from the yolk. And on top of that, I'll eventually or occasionally have some olive oil. I'll fry some meat in olive oil. But as you can see, my fats are pretty limited. So I tend to get animal fats from my meats, from my dairy, and I get my poly and mono unsaturated fats from other fat sources, oils, nuts, avocados, and other general fat sources. You got something you want to say? I think you're going to talk about fat sources.
I like deer turkey.
Deer? Okay, yeah, deer.
Deer sausage.
Deer sausage. There's plenty of good animal fats in that. That's a venison pork mix that she loves. James, what about fat sources for you? Fish?
I'm just kidding.
Just kidding with fish? Can you name one fat source that you love to eat?
Scrambled eggs.
Yes, scrambled whole eggs. We definitely don't do egg white omelets around this house. Eggs got to be yellow, so we do scrambled whole eggs. And you guys put ketchup on that or barbecue sauce?
I don't have ketchup on it.
Okay, just plain scrambled eggs. What about you?
I don't like eggs.
Oh, Allie doesn't like eggs. So that really covers my general protein, carb, and fat sources. And of course, it's not as varietal as you were probably expecting, just because, like I said, you know, I go through my day, I have a lot going on, running my own business, maintaining my family relationships, training, and just making sure that I get some my time in as well. And yes. Maybe. Maybe. So it's not as varietal as you might expect, but it gets the job done, and I'll definitely not hold back on going out on dates, going out to eat, or just eating fun foods every once in a while. I just make it work. But from a day-to-day basis, 90% of the time, I'm keeping it simple with foods that I've been eating for years on end. I actually suggest that you do the same. It's less stressful, more efficient, and you'll always know what you're eating, and you'll always get that job done. You guys want to say goodbye or anything like that?
Bye.
Close out the video?
Bye-bye, whoever you are. We're going to press a button. Bye, whoever you are.
All right. Please subscribe so I can keep continuing to bring knowledge from my brain into yours. Thanks, guys.
We're going to show you a quick